Good morning, dear children. We can continue the chapter sharing our feelings. Sometimes we play the game blindfold with our friends. We cover our friends' eyes with a piece of cloth or towel and ask them to find us. We make noises or touch them behind to show them we are near them. The person who are blindfolded will not be able to see anything. The person will only be able to hear voices of people around him. He or she will have to find the people from their voice and try to catch them. But some people are naturally blind by birth or from an accident. They would have developed a sharp sense of hearing and smell. These people can easily identify all kinds of sounds and learned to find the way around using a walking stick. Let us learn about Braille. You have seen that Ravi Bhaiya reads special types of books. How were these books made? Who first thought of these books? Let us find out about it. There is a special way of reading and writing for people who cannot see. It is called Braille. It is called Braille. It is written on a thick paper by making a row of raised points or dots with a pointed tool. Braille is read by running the fingers on the raised dots. People who cannot see run their fingers over the dots and read the text. Here you can see A is marked with a single dot, B is marked with two dots, one below the other. C is marked with two dots next to each other, and similarly for other letters. Numbers also represented by dots. These dots are represented by raised points on a thick sheet of paper. Now let's do an activity how we can create a Braille script. Take a thick piece of paper. Make an outline on the paper with the help of a compass or a needle. Make dots at a short distance on the outline drawn. You can see that the paper is raised on the other side. See, this is the letter M. We have made dots on the letter. Now ask your friends to close his or her eyes and feel with the fingers to tell what you have outlined. Isn't it difficult? Think about how people who cannot see are able to read. See, is it difficult, children? Yes, it may be difficult. Therefore, we have a simplified method, that is why different patterns were found with dots to represent each letter. Louis Braille belonged to France. One day, when he was 3 years old, he was playing with his father's tool. Suddenly, a pointed tool hurt his eyes. He lost his eyesight. He had keen interest in studies. He did not give up. He kept thinking of different ways to read and write. Finally, he found a way reading by touching and feeling. This way of reading later come to be known as the Braille script. In this type of a script, a row of raised dots are made on a thick paper. Because these dots are raised, they can be read by running the fingers on them. This script is based on 6 points. The Braille script was undergone many changes these days. This had made reading and writing simpler. Braille can now also be written using a computer. Now we can come to the end of the lesson. We have learned about the difficulties faced by the people who cannot hear or see. We also learned about the Braille script and how to make Braille script. Now you try these activities by blindfold. Touch and tell how many teeth are there in your mouth. Second, How many things can you recognize by only touching? Do it and write it in your notebook and send to me.